What's going on, everybody? We are finally doing something needed to be done to the 2025 Yamaha Jetblaster Pro. And the biggest glaring issue I've seen so far are these nasty things right here, these sponsons. Look at the size of this thing. It's as wide as my hand. And look at the size of the sparks, roughly half the size. So the next thing on the docket is to replace the sponsons with 2ups. Now, these are sponsons off of a 2023 Yamaha Jetblaster, which are very small, as you can see here. Now, what this does is it's going to increase the playability of this ski. As you can see here, all of the bolts line up, but we have an extra one right here that we're going to have to make a blank for. But look at the size difference. And the biggest thing is, look at the difference in width of this. That is going to be nice to change those out. We're going to get a replacement bolt that's basically going to be flush for that one right there. But there we are. The width of these, holy crap. Yeah, we're going to see some differences with these for sure. Stay tuned when it's on the water.
One eternity later.
All right, we are on the water here, and we have the 2up Sponsons off of a 2022 Yamaha Jetblaster EXR, whatever. We had to put in a blank right here, all stainless, and we are ready to fire this off and see how it goes. All right, we are up with the brand new, quote unquote, sponsons from a 2022 Yamaha Jetblaster. So we put these on earlier today and gonna try this out. You know, I'm pretty excited to see what differences between the 2up sponsons and the 3up sponsons actually are. So yeah, I'm gonna do some power slides after we get it warm a little bit. I'll jump cut here, I'll roll around for a little bit, make sure this thing is up to temperature before I go too crazy. All right, I've been hovering circles for a little bit now. This thing has gotten up to temperature, I believe. We can actually see that. It is the summer solstice. It is 8 p.m. Super light outside already. Still, we're allowed to be on the water for another half hour or so. All right, we're gonna see if this thing opens up any more than it was before. It was really precise and not so playful. All right, let's hit it. All right, so first, I'm just gonna do some simple turns. A lot of chop. Let's give it a little more go before I make an assessment. The steering is still very precise. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Much better. Let's tilt this up a little bit with the TDE. A lot more playful so far. Still very heavy. Power slide for sure. Steering still very precise. Yeah, I mean, it hooks up really well still. The steering is still very precise, but it does loosen up the back. That power slide surprised me. I didn't realize I was sideways like that. We're gonna try a power slide again. I'm gonna come around the corner. I don't think anybody's around me. That's the first rule of the lake. Have your head on a swivel. All right, here we go. Power slide. Oh man, that power slide. I think power slides like a mofo now. A lot more playful, I'll tell you that much. It's almost like no sponsons at all. Hopefully it didn't fall off. Anyways, let's try it again. We're gonna handle like 30 here. And we're gonna give it another go. Woo! That whole rear end lets right go. Okay. Okay, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer to where we want to be. I have some bad news. The ski is still too heavy. Do we do it? Do we hit the jump? No, this thing would break right in half. This is still too precise, the steering. When you're hitting the jet and you turn, it turns way too easily. However, the rear end is looser. Oh, we have the buoy course. Well, we had to try the buoy course with this. We'll put the 3up Sponsons back on and try the buoy course. I think those 3up Sponsons are gonna crush the racing scene. Okay, we are at the buoy course. This is not made for these skis, but we are going to use it for such, and we are going to try this best I can with a timer. Now, I can't do it, but I can do it on the editing software here and figure out the timing. So we're going to start from a dig, and then we're going to start from about 10 miles an hour. So basically, we're going to go around these buoys. We're going to try to hit the middle of them, though, first, and then we'll go around the edges. Okay, your mark, get set, go. Till middle. We're letting go. That's where those, okay, that's where those sponsons are necessary. We got to keep this thing hooked in the ground. We cannot tilt it. Okay. We can't tilt it. We're going to try it again, but this time at 10 miles an hour. All right, there we go. All the way down. There we go. Slide down. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try this again.
We're gonna hit this full speed. Try it again. This time, we're gonna try to stay upright. The most upright we can. We're still upright. Still upright. Oh, that was pretty quick. All right. That was pretty quick. All right. Not so bad, not so bad. The 3up Sponsons are for racing, very clearly, because these 2up Sponsons are causing me to drift. 2up Sponsons are solely for drifting and having fun and playfulness. However, it did not change the fact that, let's say you're up on a wavy, wheelie, whatever you want to call it. So let's come back, let's get up in the air all the way. See, that's the problem right there. Just a slight tilt of the steering wheel. See that? Throat wants to throw you right off. You have to keep this thing straight as an arrow. No Sponson is going to resolve that issue. That is a jet issue. Do I like these Sponsons better? If I was looking for playfulness, yes. It allows you to power slide a lot easier at faster speeds. 30 miles an hour, let's go down to mid. All right, 30. Let's power slide over here. There it is. We're power sliding. Those are my thoughts on this thing. I think I got an answer to my question. Is the 2up Sponsons worth it? I mean, if you want playfulness, sure. But if not, no. I mean, at the end of the day, is this good ski? Yeah. It's in the middle. It's not made for tricks like the Spark is, but it's still a fun ski. and I can't wait to try it on the course with the 3up Sponsons now. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. My thoughts are the 2up Sponsons. If you want a little more playfulness out of your Yamaha Jetblaster Pro to make it a little more like the Sea-Doo Spark Tricks, it's going to do that. If you want a power slide, it's going to do that too. Anyways, guys, take it easy, and we will see you in the next one.